Eccomi qua! Today I have a new video for you, but firstly I want to thank everyone who subscribed to my channel so far. You're all amazing and I might or might not have gone a bit emotional. I've now completed the main story in Tears of the Kingdom, and I'm currently in the midst of adventure and side quests, as well as trying to find all Bubble Frogs and Koroks to 100% the game, so yeah, wish me luck. But we're not here to talk about that today. Today I'll be ranking all 5 temples from my list to my most favourite. Just to mention, I'm not factoring the temple boss into this ranking as I'll be covering them in a separate video. So without further ado, here they are. Number 5, Fire Temple. I've put this one as my least favourite as I personally didn't enjoy the mechanics of it. Yes, feel free to shout abuse at me if you disagree. You unlock this by completing the main quest in Goron City, of course. Here we find a familiar face, Yunobo, who's now the president of Yunobo Co., his very own mining company. Once we complete the quest, we head off to find the temple. As you can imagine, it will be very hot, so it goes without saying, but you want to invest in some flame-resistant gear. The temple is in the depths, so if you've unlocked the light routes around this area, it will help. The aim of this temple is to open 5 locks. You can open the locks by hitting gongs that are hidden on different floors within the temple. To help you do this, you'll see a range of tracks and carts you can use to make your way up, as of course, you're surrounded by lava. You then need to use Yunobo to change the direction of the tracks. After a couple of miserable attempts, I found this too fuffy, so I gave up and used good old climbing and ascending to find the gongs. Maybe not the way the game wants you to do it, but it saved my sanity. To activate the gongs, you'll have to use Yunobo's power. All in all, although it's a unique take on how to get around, these mechanics put the Fire Temple at the bottom of my list. Number 4, the Spirit Temple. To find this one, you'll need to go up to the sky first. You'll see a thunderstorm above Faron, and hidden in the stormy clouds, you'll see a floating island called Dragonhead Island. Now, if you want to make it easy for yourself, you can complete part of the story and make the storm go away. But if you're anything like me and just go for it, you'll make your way into the storm and trying to find the island in the fog and while trying not to get electrocuted. Once you're on Dragonhead Island, you'll find a shrine, and in the room next to it, you'll find a locked door. Push it open and there you find a mask you need to bring to an altar. This will open an entrance to the depths. Make your way down and you'll find a construct. Place the head on it and this will activate it. It will then ask you to find all remaining parts of its body. Again, as per the Fire Temple, what will help massively here is if you've unlocked the nearby light root trees so you can make your way around it. Once you've completed the construct, it's time to head over to the Spirit Temple. If you know the game, you know you'll have to get through all sorts of enemies to get there. The construct suggests riding on it, but personally I didn't, because I found it too slow and restrictive in terms of weapons and the damage they inflicted. After hordes of enemies and bombable walls, we finally make it to the Spirit Temple. I did enjoy this overall, but not enough to make it to my top 3. Number 3, Water Temple. I mean, this goes without saying, the quest to unlock this is the Zora one. Here we find a good old mate Sidon who's all grown up, is engaged and seems to believe he's Link's best friend. I wonder how Link feels about that. Anyway, we complete the quest and make our way up to this island in the sky. Again, we have 4 locks to open and of course you need to make your way across water to find 4 rotating wheels on different little islands and activate them. To do this, you guessed it, you need Sidon's power. One of the things I liked about this temple was the change in gravity, making it easy to hop here and there to make your way through the temple. Mind you, I'd sometimes hop too high and completely miss my landing point. Oh well. Anyway, all in all, I enjoyed this temple and the enhanced movement of it, and that's why I made it to number 3. Number 2, the Wind Temple. So yeah, you know the drill by now, this one is the Rito Village quest. Now, there's a twist here. While for other temples we had help from the same people in Breath of the Wild, here we actually have a new character, Tulin, who's Steba's son. I guess Steba must have thought, I'm too old for this shit, I'll send my son off to this dangerous mission. Great parenting there. Anyway, we start making our way up to the sky, and when I say up, I mean way up. My favourite part of this were the floating bouncy boats. I had so much fun bouncing on them to make my way up. Once we get to the temple, which is a massive ship in the sky, guess what? We have 5 locks to open. This time we need to activate some turbines that are spread across different floors, and we need 2 Lynx power to activate them. Now, as always, I made it way more difficult than it needed to be at times, to the point that for one specific door I had to open, I spent ages trying to turn a specific wheel. Once I managed to open the door, my husband thought of telling me there was a more quick and efficient way to do it, but he just found my struggle funny, so didn't say anything. I finally activate all of the turbines and the temple is complete. Overall, I thoroughly enjoyed every part of this temple as well as the way it looks, and that's why I made it to my number 2. Number 1. Lightning Temple. Here it is, my favourite temple. By now, you'll know the gist. Gerudo quest and we have Riju back. I actually kept calling it Patricia until my husband pointed out that Patricia is a Sansio. Remember Patricia Rampage from Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity? To be fair, I like the name Patricia better. Moving on, we complete the quest and we unlock the temple. This one reminded me a lot of the Sun Temple in Twilight Princess, and that already made it really easy to put it at the top of my list. I also love Urbosa and anything Gerudo, so yeah, that also had a part in it. Once you get to the temple, like all the others, you need to open 4 locks by activating 4 batteries using Patricia's power. The batteries, as you can imagine, are spread across different levels, and there's a series of puzzles involving reflecting lights to open doors. There's something so mesmerizing and nostalgic about this temple, and along with the reasons I said earlier, that's why I made it to my number 1. What about you? Do you agree with this list? Let me know in the comments below. I've been Babsa Jr. Thanks for watching and ciao for now.